Hey everybody! Hopefully you can hear me good. Outside today. Taking a break and wanted to just go ahead and dive into some personal development. Yes, that's what means a break. Taking some time for yourself, that's what a break is, y'all. Hopefully you can hear that chime. I have a wind chime outside. I love it. It's my favorite. I didn't sit in the swing because people say when I do lives on a swing it messes with them. So we didn't go in the swing today. Just sitting here, but wanted to take some time. So if you caught yesterday's live, and if you saw the title today, we've moved on, right? We were talking about connecting with people and being good communicators, and that book ended. And so now I'm reading Intentional Living, which is also a John C. Maxwell book. So yesterday I kind of did an intro to that. Walked you through how that was even chosen. So if you didn't check that out, make sure you go check that out. I don't know what that shadow is. Is that like a shadow? Yes. That's a weird shadow, right? Anyway. So today, and I had to split it up. Like, there was so much good content. So yesterday what we talked about was, we kind of did the intro, and then we talked about how do you start on your path to intentional living, right? And I gave you the number 1, which was to put yourself in the story. I'm not going to go back over that. So if you missed it, catch yesterday, which was day 11. It should be up on my wall. So check that out. But we're going to move on. So we're still talking about, how do we put ourselves on that path to intentional living? So the second piece to that is we're going to put significance in our story. So you're putting yourself in the story. Now we're going to put some significance in there, because you can't, and you're going to have to do things out of your comfort zone, y'all. Nothing great happens when you're still stuck in your comfort zone. You're not growing. So make sure you get out of that comfort zone. You're gonna have to make changes that might be difficult, and that could just be on a personal level, right? Like, do something you haven't done before. That's the only way you're even gonna be able to change your circumstances, right? I mean, just by definition, that makes sense. So we can't change everything, but if you don't start somewhere, you'll never change anything. So think about that. We talked about some things yesterday that were kind of similar to that, but you want to put that significance in your story, and you're going to do that by taking action. This is something, so part 2 of our Take Action, Just Do It episode comes out for Music and Mascara tomorrow. I'm telling you, it's so weird, the parallels that I'm experiencing in all the personal growth that I'm doing right now. So if you didn't catch part 1, this is exactly what we're talking about, is being able to take action and just doing something. Like, you can't wait till it's perfect. It's never going to be perfect, right? There's never like a perfect time. You just have to take action and do it. So part 1 of that 2-part video, specific to that on Music and Mascara, was released last Thursday, and the second part will be released tomorrow. So again, this is all related. It all goes hand in hand with what we're learning. Dylan and I'm on the second book. Dylan is still on the first book. Totally different books, but we're headed in the same direction. That's super cool, y'all. So by taking action, you don't want to let those fears, and again, this comes into play like with your comfort zone, right? So you don't want to let any of your fears or your questions get in the way, and never keep you from starting that. Because I mentioned just a minute ago, like, there is never an ideal time. You're never going to be ready enough. You're never going to, it's like people who say they're going to wait. Do you hear that? I love outside. You're never going to, some people say, I want to wait till I can afford to have kids. You never can afford to have kids. So there's like never a perfect time. It doesn't matter. Life still happens, right? Like, you just have to be prepared to do that. And if you know the path you want your life to be on, then you want to be making steps in that direction, and that is the basis of intentional living as well. So how about this again? So I've told you a lot about me over the last few days. This one right here, this is my quote, y'all. Don't start when you get good, start now to become good. I told y'all I could be like a professional student, and I could learn and learn and learn, and it's the part of application, sharing, whatever, like getting it back out of my head, getting it back out of my notebooks. That's the part that I'm not so good at, that I'm trying to be better about, that I am coming to you live every day and sharing this and sharing these thoughts and making myself think and putting this into action, right? So I do hope that is beneficial to you as well, and I hope even hearing these things that are super important to me and that touch me, you know, help you understand a little bit more about me as well. So that was the second piece, put significance in your story. So the third one I want to talk about is to put your strengths in your story as well. You know, we're talking about putting yourself, which is a level of getting over like a vulnerability and figuring out your story, right? We're talking about significance and taking action, but some people still have that doubt, right? Like they still have those fears popping up, that kind of thing. So the number one thing of that, putting your strengths, you know, maybe you feel like you don't have any strengths, but whatever it is that you have to share, that you want to share, that you have to offer, whatever that gift, talent, ability, skill, you know, fill in the blank, whatever that is, nobody can do it like you can, because nobody else can be you. Like, your background is different, your education level is different, your experience is different. You are the only person, you know. Is it a Dr. Seuss quote that's like, nobody can be youer than you? I love that, and it's true. So just nobody is going to have your same talent. And then a part of your strengths too, and that goes hand in hand with being yourself, is your passion. Nobody is going to have the exact same passion for the exact same reasons that you do. So keep that in mind. And your passion is the soul of the significance of your story. So and you do have the resources. Some people are like, well, I need to learn this, or I need to do this. If we're just talking about your story and being yourself, guess what? You've already got all of those tools available to you, obviously, right? So you have the resources to be able to do that. So, and number 4, this is a big one, y'all. I hear all the time, like, I may share something and people are like, well, I'll try, or I'll give it a shot. So number 4 is to stop trying and start doing. There is a big difference, power-wise, and empowering yourself even, to say, I'll try my best, or I'll make an effort, or I'll give it a shot. You know, those aren't really making a decision, and they're very half-hearted. Whereas, to make that decision, to start doing, I'll do it, just brings power in that statement alone, versus saying you'll try. So stop trying and start doing. Again, you can't wait. There's not going to be a perfect time. There's not going to be a perfect opportunity. You just have to start making your way towards the things that you want. And we talked too, you know, by not starting is the devastating part, right? Like, you have to start, and you cannot, what was the rule? Was that just yesterday about you can go from failure to success, but you can't go from excuse to success? I think that was just yesterday. I don't know. I don't see it now, of course, because I don't have great handwriting, y'all. I'm like a shorthander and write really fast and run it all together. I have like a combination handwriting between like cursive and print. Mostly print, but cursive in the sense like, don't pick my pen up. So it just all runs together. Anyway, see, you learned something else about me. So trying is a good intention, but doing is intentional living. That is where we're headed, y'all. We're headed towards intentional living. So those were 4 steps to talk about how. Again, we covered step 1 yesterday if you missed that, so go back and check it out. We covered 2, 3, and 4 today. I am really, really enjoying this book. If you saw my thing yesterday, I really thought it was more so like a spiritual or a religious book, but it's not. It's very business focused, but it doesn't have to be business focused. This is good for any aspect of your life, whether maybe you're just trying to figure out life. I don't know, maybe you're not business focused, maybe you have a career and you're okay with that, but you want to find out who you are. Hopefully this is helpful as well. So that was day 12 days in a row, y'all. We're on our 2nd book. So if you thought you weren't a reader before, or you don't take the time to do personal development, and you're able to just grab my takeaways from these books, in 12 days we're already into a 2nd book. So that is really cool. I hope it's helping y'all as well. I appreciate the support, the comments, everything that I'm getting related to this. It seemed like it's going really well. I am trying to keep them shorter because I think I got a little long-winded on some of them, so I'm trying to keep them shorter. So I hope you appreciate that as well, and I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.